And this is how you do just that for yourself in the Western Conference Finals. Devin Booker took the Suns and put him on his shoulders, messed around, and got a 40-piece triple-double. Phoenix was without Chris Paul, but Devin Booker is no stranger to carrying this team on his back. This time, though, it was to take a 1-0 series lead against the Clips. Now, where does this performance of Devin Booker place him in the history books? In some elite company. Only LeBron James, former Phoenix Sun Charles Barkley, and the Big O Oscar Robertson have been able to put up a 40-point trip dub in the conference finals history.
Love that we got Charles Barkley in there. Youngmisuk is perfectly placed in Phoenix at a wonderful hotel, by the way, to analyze the Clippers-Suns Western Conference Finals. First, I just like your thoughts on the Game 1 performance of what I'm calling the top player on the fourth-team All-NBA team, Devin Booker.
Look, the weather here is not the only thing that is scorching. And let me tell you, it is 108 degrees here in Phoenix, and the sun's not even out, okay? But Devin Booker, man, red hot. And I think the Clippers knew Devin Booker is a great player, but they weren't counting on him getting 11 assists, 13 rebounds, doing all the things that Chris Paul does, basically, for that team. You double team him, you send blitzes to him. Devin Booker adjusted and made the right pass, and it all happened in crunch time in the second half when he really exploded. The Clippers know that they have their work cut out for them. They have to be tighter on defense. They have to make adjustments. Ty Lue said today that Devin Booker knew exactly where his guys were and where to make the pass against the Clippers defense. But listen, the Clippers have been here before. Game 1, they gave up a triple-double to Luka Doncic in the first round. Game 1 in the second round, I believe Donovan Mitchell had like 45 points against them. The Clippers know how to adjust, and they're confident they're going to do the same for Game 2.
The Clippers look like they really missed Kawhi Leonard out there on the floor, more than that Utah Jazz series. Now, with the claw still out for game number 2, what do they got to do to get this level in this series,
Well, they're going to need another big game from Paul George, who's been terrific ever since Kawhi Leonard has been out since Game 4 against Utah. Paul George produced another big game in Game 1. But they're going to need to take care of the ball. And Reggie Jackson said he took this one on the chin in Game 1 because he had 5 of the Clippers' 9 turnovers. And he figures that in a game that was only decided by a couple baskets, he has to take care of the ball better. Reggie Jackson, though, continues to hit big shots. Defensively, though, they need Marcus Morris. And Marcus Morris' status for Game 2 could be a question mark because he hurt his knee in Game 1, was limited to 5 minutes in Game 1, and he is critical for their ability to switch everything defensively and play a small lineup.
So much to talk about for players who will not be in lineups or may not be. Chris Paul will miss Game 2 now, we're told today. Still in COVID-19 protocol. So what are the Suns' chances of going up 2-0, and are we getting closer to seeing CP3 back on the court?
Well, if we go by the first 2 rounds for the Clippers, it's a good bet that the Suns are going to go up 2-0 because the Clippers are the only team in NBA history that have ever overcome an 0-2 deficit in multiple series in the same postseason. So we're going to go according to script so far this postseason. Phoenix is looking pretty good to win Game 2. Chris Paul has stayed engaged with this team. He is definitely talking to all the players about what to do, but really it's the role players that have stepped up in his absence. As good as Devin Booker was, you got to look at Cam Payne, you got to look at Mikal Bridges and Jay Crowder. Those guys are stepping up, hitting big shots, getting timely stops. They're the ones that are really helping the Suns and helping Booker, giving him enough. And let's not forget, DeAndre Ayton, absolute force on the inside. The Clippers now are figuring out what the Lakers had to deal with in the first round. As good as Ayton was, they got to figure out a way to slow him down as well.
Thank you so much, You can get some rest and hopefully get some AC as well. It looks like it's hot over there.
It is.